Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nicolette Mazzarella, and this is the Symposium on Change project for our capstone class. Goldberg Segalla, a national civil litigation firm, was founded in 2001 and has over 400 attorneys spanning across 20 offices nationwide. The organization has clients that range from large insurance companies to Fortune 500 companies, as our main goal is to defend businesses in disputes while providing legal and regulatory counsel. Since Goldberg Segalla can be considered a newer firm, a big issue of ours that is hindering the advancement is with our current CRM system, Contactees. Though Contactees is a great system to have for the firm, it is not living up to its full potential in regards to housing accurate clientele contact information. There are currently 5 of us as HR generalists who help the attorneys manually input and maintain over 80,000 current and prospective clients in the CRM. By inputting this info, it allows our business development team to adequately promote our services to these clients in hopes of gaining their business. This original manual input process has been backlogged, not only because of the volume of contact info we were receiving from the attorneys, but also because we as HR representatives had other tasks to focus on that are sometimes of greater importance. On top of this all, the business development team has been failing to gain leads on prospective clientele as the current contacts in the CRM system are not up to date. With the current CRM process remaining stagnant while the organization keeps growing, an organizational change management method had to be implemented to bring about a successful resolution to the issue at hand. For this issue, the main focus was to buy an add-on that can provide up-to-date contact information of the firm's clients, freeing not only us in the HR department, but also the attorneys of any administrative burdens so we can all effectively work on pertinent tasks. We also wanted to purchase this add-on to provide the business development team with accurate contact information to grow our clientele base. For this reason, I decided to go forward and promote the idea of purchasing an extra software that can automatically grab contact details from emails, specifically the signature section, and then export them into the CRM system. Before starting out with this process, I first had to meet with a few people to bring forth the idea and to create a project team. These people in particular were my HR generalists, the Director of Business Development, Janine Weber, and the Director of Applications, Michael O'Malley. When the project team was created, we then submitted a proposal to the Facilitation Committee, who is a group of 6 partners who can approve the plan and give us the okay to start looking for vendors. After receiving approval from the FC, the project team and I laid out the timeline for the plan. From here, we started to meet virtually once a week, each Monday in June of 2022, to do our vendor research. This is when we came across a company called Solid Nexus, who is a cloud-based technology software that captures contact details from email signatures and exports them into a CRM. This signature scraping and parsing process results in more accurate clientele contact information being obtained and housed for the appropriate teams to use to build on business. Upon establishing connection with the sales rep and technology reps of Solid Nexus on July 5th via Microsoft Teams, we were able to test out a proof of concept with the add-on that let us test out the service 2 weeks before purchasing. After testing and gathering the contract from the Solid Nexus team, we had an in-person meeting with the Facilitation Committee to get the final approval of the product. It was approved on August 15th, so we started the implementation and ran a pilot program throughout the end of August. Between September to October of 2022, some members of the IT department, that being Mike O'Malley, director, and Rylan Genovese, our applications analyst, would work with the technology team over at Solid Nexus to implement any back-end software rules that would make the add-on as successful as possible to us. In October, then myself and the other HR generalists would hold learning demos regarding this add-on. Here, we were really able to discuss all the benefits that it brought and show the attorneys what this add on would do and what specific areas of the email it would parse. These training events took place virtually each Wednesday from October 5th to November 2nd, and the add on officially went live on November 1st of 2022. When looking at the program implementation before it occurred, the project team and I had to collect data that showed how this add on would positively affect the organization's bottom line. The measured KPIs included things such as bounce back emails received when sending out marketing initiatives and the percentage rate of new clients being obtained on a monthly basis. These KPIs were gathered from the last 2 years to see how we were functioning with the current manual input process. For example, a big thing that we did notice was the bounce back email percentage was at 20%, which was actually a lot higher than we originally planned for. Another important KPI that was being measured focused on the attendance of the attorney webinars. These webinars are great to gain business as they are an education-based marketing initiative where prospective clients can attend to get legal assistance from our attorneys. Seeing the lower than average attendance rates and the increased amounts of bounce back emails solidified really that this add on would significantly help boost our firm's footprint as it would create and house all the correct client information that we could use to receive more traction in these webinars. With these metrics, our goal really was to see an average 30% increase in webinar attendance and a 99% increase with our emails that do not get bounced back to us. These metrics are planned to be reviewed on a monthly basis to test the success of this add-on. Now, another large projected qualitative success factor we plan to review will focus on the employee satisfaction in regards to this technological implementation. A job duty of the employee relations team was to create a survey that would be presented quarterly to the employees to get their subjective opinion and really to provide us with a full picture of their experience within the software. This survey will be rolled out in the first quarter as the add-on just became effective in November. Now, with MOL courses, this implementation really resonated with me and connected both the MOL courses and the project together. So the first course that focused on this implementation was leading successful organizational change. In this class, there was a section that focused a lot on change management models and plans that I was able to refer back to help me successfully navigate and implement the change process. The course also focused on the workings of systems relationships from Margaret Wheatley and helped me to understand the relationships of many different parts of the project implementation and had me consider how this add-on would benefit the entire firm, not just one department being the attorneys. The proposal project also focused on how to effectively make decisions when working on a project management team. The critical thinking for decision makers class I took discussed concepts of decision making and taught me how to effectively use critical thinking and how to implement many different strategic models to make effective decisions within the change process. To me, dialogue was considered one of the most important aspects when it came to the decision making in the project, as it pushed us to discover new meaning and access different perspectives while bringing lasting results that brought on constructive solutions and brought out successful change within the organization. By understanding that to be successful in this project, we all must understand and process emotional intelligence, we were better able to aid in reflection and allowed us to make more measured decisions that were based on rationale and not just emotion. Though trying to be proactive, one challenge we encountered dealt with the pilot program where we noticed that many names and addresses in our CRM software were actually being duplicated. This had to do with technology not seeing the difference between certain factors of the signature, whether being the nickname to full name situation, different addresses, or maybe a different phone number versus a landline versus a cell phone. So, with this, to overcome this challenge, the IT department had to work with the vendor to update rules in the software to adjust the threshold and the confidence factors for these match signatures. The software really was then able to be like a human and distinguish a difference, so there was no contact information that was being duplicated. Now, another challenge as well was really focused on gaining the buy in from the attorneys when letting them know we would be monitoring their emails to grab contact signatures. Though the attorneys were really apprehensive at first, we started to be able to gain buy in by maintaining a positive attitude and asking them to provide feedback about the topic at hand. This really helped to communicate to them that we valued their opinion and cared about what they had to say and how they felt, and that we really wanted to take their ideas into consideration with this project. Knowing that they felt heard and they felt like they had a say in the matter really helped to start gain the buy-in that we needed. And really, though, we were able to fix so many challenges that occurred. I believe if we worked closely with the marketing team in the beginning and effectively communicated the plan, whether via the internet or the internet or blast emails, we would have gained buy-in faster from the attorneys. For example, the first time the attorneys were hearing of this change was when we sent out the training invites. So many of them were shocked and had a lot of questions and concerns for us. Though this ultimately did hinder our success and created greater complications, I believe that, again, if we did work closely with that marketing team, this definitely could have been changed and we would have been able to gain buy in. Though we did experience challenges, I'd say, throughout this whole entire implementation process, we really have been successful in going live as we've already seen an uptick in bringing on more clientele and has really made us more competitive overall. Thank you.